Sawadee Khap, I'm JP Mestanza. It's December 8th. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by pbcphuket.com. The long-awaited Patong Tunnel project, which would see it go through Patong Hill from Katu, it's one step closer to becoming reality after officials confirmed that the Royal Forestry Dept, the RFD, have approved usage of the land required for the project, which is expected to be completed and open for public use in 2027. Phuket Vice Governor Vikram Jakti has confirmed the news after a meeting of the Land Traffic Committee last week, and comes just a month after it was announced that the cabinet in Bangkok had promised for construction of the Patong Tunnel to start in 2023. The long-discussed project would be a public-private partnership and require a bidding process overseen by the Express Authority of Thailand, although bids for investments are not expected to be launched until mid-2021, if all goes according to their plans. Their timeline for the project, which would see a tunnel go through Patong Hill for motorists to use instead of the hill itself, they say the process to select private companies to join the project will take from June 2021 to January 2023, again if according to plan, with construction proposed to start in February 2023 until January 2027. 4 years of construction, which with plans to open for service in February 2027. The total cost of the project is over 14 billion baht, with about 6 billion baht set aside to pay landowners in compensation to acquire the land needed in that area. Still, the schedule seems a bit optimistic, as it's worth noting that the 350-meter-long Chalong underpass was under construction for nearly 4 years after a 1-year delay in having power lines and communication cables moved, and then more delays in acquiring the land needed for the project, which was supposed to only take 2 years to complete. Then there was the Samkong underpass, which was completed over 18 months behind schedule and drew much criticism from high-ranking officials shortly before its opening in late 2016. The contractor for that Samkong project was even fined 2 million baht for each day late in finishing that project, Viva Construction Co. Ltd., and they had to pay over 500,000 baht in fines over that delayed project. And even the Darasamut underpass near Central Festival Shopping Mall, it was completed 1 year behind schedule due to further construction delays related to floods. The Patong Tunnel project, meanwhile, is said to be 1.8 kilometers long, part of a nearly 4-kilometer long 2-lane motorway linking Katu with Patong, and Phuket officials had previously said there would be a toll, although it's unclear if that's still the plan. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Following the news that several Thais who were infected with COVID-19 had snuck across the border from Myanmar to Thailand had sparked fears of a potential second wave, Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha is not calling those people super spreaders, although he did warn that they could face legal action, and it's supported by the Deputy Prime Minister. So far, officials from the Disease Control Department say there were a total of 32 infected patients who crossed the border from a COVID hotspot, Dachilek, Myanmar, to Chiang Rai Province, while the Public Health Ministry said it was actually about 38 people. While most of them did go through the border checkpoint and were then placed in quarantine or hospitalized, depending on the severity of their infection, they only did so after about 10 female co-workers from a hotel brothel in Myanmar snuck in illegally to Thailand and made headlines, with some of them heading out to entertainment venues and even getting on planes to travel to Bangkok and other areas. The Prime Minister denied that the incident would spark a second wave of infections and said it's individual infections, with barricades now set up along the border and patrols set up to keep people from sneaking across the natural pass in that area illegally. Meanwhile, Public Health Minister and Deputy Prime Minister Anutin Chanvirakul is supporting business owners in Chiang Rai who say they plan to sue those people infected with COVID-19 who entered illegally, as the Bangkok Post reports that many, especially businesses in Chiang Rai, were planning legal action against those who snuck across illegally and plan to demand 20 million baht in compensation, since many businesses were forced to close briefly, and with fears of a potential outbreak, it's unclear if customers would return to some of those areas. Meanwhile, 19 COVID cases were confirmed in Thailand today, including 15 Thai returnees from 8 countries, and 4 medical personnel working at quarantine facilities and hospitals around Bangkok. The new total number of cases for Thailand is now 4,126, 94% of patients recovered, and the death toll remains unchanged at 60. 8 provinces that have medical marijuana plantations are said to be part of Southeast Asia's first medical marijuana tours for the domestic and foreign markets, according to the Tourism and Public Health Ministries, as officials say they are ready to launch medical marijuana tours in Thailand next year. The goal of the tour is to increase awareness of marijuana for medicinal purposes and inform those interested in growing the plant of the laws in place, according to Tourism Minister Pipat Ratchakitprakarn. In 2018, Thailand became the first country in Southeast Asia to allow the use of medical marijuana and permits state agencies and others with permission to grow cannabis, including traditional healers and some farmers, although recreational use of marijuana is still forbidden in Thailand. The Public Health Ministry is providing the framework to regulate medical marijuana and its use, and so far there are plantations in 8 provinces, including Chonburi, Buriram, Patalung, Lampang, Mae Hong Son, Nakhon Ratchasima, Sakon Nakhon, and Samut Songkhram, which officials say would be part of the first medical marijuana tours set to launch next year. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Phuket Extra will be right back after this. Welcome back to Phuket Extra. State news agency TNA is reporting officials will propose the government extend the validity of tourist visas to 45 days from 30 days to attract visitors. After a meeting of the Government Business Easing Committee, Chaturon Chayakam, Deputy Director General of the Consular Affairs Department, said the 45-day tourist visa idea will apply to visitors from 56 countries that Thailand allows 30-day visas upon arrival in order to make up for the mandatory 14-day quarantine, with the aim of stimulating the economy. He says they expected to double the number of monthly visitors to 20,000, saying they're confident that the Public Health Ministry is able to contain COVID-19. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. A Russian family in Cherng Talay are offering a 50,000 baht reward for any information that leads to the safe return of their missing African wildcat named Julie, a serval cat native to North Africa, which was last seen in the Surin beach area on Saturday. The 1-year-old serval cat is 1 year old, has similar markings to a cheetah, and its owner says it's not dangerous. Chief of the Cao Prateo Non-Hunting Area Conservation Center in Talang confirmed to the Phuket News that the serval cat is not a protected animal in Thailand and can be kept as pets, although he did say that you should not approach it if you find it. Anyone with information on Julie's whereabouts can contact the numbers below. All police stations across Phuket are now receiving donations to help provide relief to victims of the floods that have so far killed 24 people and swamped over 500,000 homes in Nakhon Si Thammarat and Surat Thani provinces. Yesterday, Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha visited the hardest hit province, Nakhon Si Thammarat, where 19 have died and about 180,000 houses have suffered flood damage. The region has been pounded by rain brought by the northeast monsoon over the Gulf of Thailand since November 25, bringing the worst floods in southern Thailand in recent years. The deluge has resulted in over 500,000 households being flooded as of yesterday. In response, the Phuket Provincial Police have launched a campaign to collect donations of money and essential household goods to help people affected by the floods. Items like clothes, dry food, drinking water, rice, and other essentials. Meanwhile, Patong Municipality has already its own campaign with donations being accepted at the Patong Municipality Fire Department. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Thank you for watching Phuket Extra today, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. For safe, secure, and soundproof windows, visit pvcphuket.com. We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 US, and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks and mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.